Viven en un country. Andan en BMW para arriba. Los fines de semana se cogen a las mejores minas. Morfan bien todos los días. El día anterior al partido durmieron tranquilamente en un hotel 5 estrellas y se rascaron la verga durante 24 horas sin hacer nada, jugando al ping-pong y al pool y a la play. Juegan al fútbol todos los días de su vida. Los botines, $6.000, $5.000, no sé cuánto salen, ponele 3.000 mangos, 4.000 mangos, están vendados por un kinesiólogo. Están bien comidos, están bien entrenados. Las medias, que son las que no te cortan la circulación, los pantaloncitos, que son los de los huevos, que no te raspan los huevos, la camiseta te estira la espalda, es la que no transpira, que sale 800 pesos, no sé cuánto sale una camiseta para jugar al fútbol. La pelota es perfecta, perfecta, 120 euros, inflada con un barómetro a 8 bares, la cancha no tiene un solo pozo, el arco tiene 7 metros 20 por 2,40. Te aplauden cuando salís a la cancha. La concha de tu madre, no sabés parar una pelota. Le vas a pagar al arco y la tirás a la mierda. Le vas a hacer un pase a tu...
It was like this. Vamos, let's go. And that's the mind.
Vamos.
Vamos.
Big up to everyone that's locked in. Big up. Big up. Hey, listen, we didn't play yesterday when we were Arsenal first. Better check that one out. That was a lit one. Shout out North, shout out DJB. I didn't play Itatu Country. You know what I'm saying? I played the winning goal that Kai Havertz scored. Now, today we're gonna have to play this because we have not won this, or because obviously in the competition it's a bit different when you get to the final. The league, we need to be winning. We need to be winning this league. We need to be going for it. Listen, you man told me quadruple, right? Quadruple charge. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm expecting, bro.
Hey, fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed.
Hopefully, man. Hopefully. Manny, how we feeling?
Yeah, pretty good. Obviously, it's wonderful to be in a final for the first time in nearly 6 years. Taken us long enough, I would say. But, once again, I don't want to go into any of this stuff about how, this could be our year. This it's shaping up wonderfully. I've been pretty much conditioned, Rashid, and I don't know if either Views or Taran will agree with me, to sort of drown out the noise from the media saying that, we're an amazing team and this could be our year. And I want to say right now to Darren Huckabee, a former Premiership player, real Arsenal fans stand with you. All those morons, including that swine Piers Morgan, who are needlessly bigging up our squad, do not speak for the genuine, realist, level-headed Arsenal fans. Yes, Rashid, who have seen everything over the years, who are more understanding of how things work, and who are not willing to keep our heads in the clouds. We're keeping our heads firmly on our necks and our feet on the ground where they belong, and none of us will ever consider making those stupid statements. So I stand with Darren Huckabee, and all I can say is, for all of the press coverage that we're receiving, we need to deliver. But at the same time, these people in the press should really, focus on other stories. Some of the, coverage, the overly favorable coverage we're receiving, it's sickening. It's really sickening.
Yeah.
Nowhere near as sickening as a certain set of files, but sickening nonetheless.
Thank God he said a certain time was gonna be shit. Little Manny, big up to you, man. Big up to you. Big up Fuad as well. Big up Adam in the chat. Big up Footy Bants. Big up Jalil. Everybody in the chat, man. Views, how we feeling, bro?
Yeah, all good, man. All good. Big up everyone. Smash the likes, all that good stuff. What's going on, people? What we're here to talk about today? The quad, did you say?
Yeah, quadruple charge.
We're here to talk about it. Yeah, all right.
Big up,
You're not the only one who's talking quad today, because I've heard it. Big up Dan, big up everyone on the roundabout. I was hearing Arsenal fans talking about that today. I thought that was quite a good question, innit? Because no other team's done in one season, won all the cups on offer.
Mhm.
Do you think that would make Arsenal the greatest English team that there is?
I don't know. I don't know about greatest English team, but I know that it will be we'll be up there in history. In history, we will be up there. But listen, views, that's what they told us, right? I expect results. Do you know what I'm saying? You told us this. I expect results. That's what I expect. BBK, how are we feeling? Are we in a good mood?
I mean, I've said it for time on here on Views' channel that if we were consistently getting to finals, the energy around the fan base would be different. You know, you give yourself a chance to play for a trophy, and you know it can fall either way. At Wembley, I like our chances against anyone. So you know, the season of no excuses. This is where we fully expect it to be. We got to the semis last year, conceded 4 goals. Got to the semis this year, we scored 4 goals. So this is right where I expected us to be. But job not done. You know what I mean? We still got 90 minutes of football on March 22nd, which I say is the day that anyone should ever mention the Q word until that trophy is actually won and in the bag. No one should ever even speak on it. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it. But yeah, man, definitely in a good mood, buzzing. A day out at Wembley ain't never hurt nobody.
Facts. Facts, man. Well, it would hurt if we lost, but yeah. I hear that though. I hear that. Listen, Dan.
You saying, my bro?
I know that your friend Positive Dan is on up. I haven't seen anything. I'm sure you tell us, but he must be gassed in it. How are you feeling today? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, my bro. I'm feeling good, my bro, man. Something inside me just doesn't let me get carried away, Rash, man. I know people are buzzing and all of that. We've got to a final. We're going to Wembley, but I still can't get carried away, man. Something inside me is just not letting me just, you know what I'm saying, be like Positive Dan. But even him, he's not talking quad talk, to be fair. I'm surprised. Wow. He's talking about 2 trophies, innit? So League Cup and Prem, but let's just see what happens from here.
That's where I'm at. If you
Well,
can
those are the
deliver
two we're in charge of. We're directly in charge of those 2, right? We don't need anyone's help to lift the Prem.
Yeah, this is it, man. Yeah. This is it. Just beat City at Wembley Stadium. We've got a good record at Wembley Stadium. The only thing I'm concerned about is that it's a 50-50 game, man. I'm not going in there saying, yeah, we're definitely going to win it. Man City are Man City at the end of the day. We don't know who's going to be fit for Man City come what March. Would they have clicked by then? One thing I do know is that their attack is more fluid than us. So, yeah, we played them once this season at the Emirates. Lucky to get a draw, if you ask me. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough assignment come March 22nd. Tough assignment. Let's just see what happens, man, and take it from there. But Arteta's got to a final, innit? So let's just give Mikel a bit of credit. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like calling him Mikel. I don't know him. I'm just calling him Arteta. Let's just hope he gets over the line and we get over the line. That's all we want to see, man. That's all we want to see.
100%, bro. I mean, bro, listen. Final Carabao Cup, it's always great to be there. Do you know what I'm saying? It's great to be in any final, really. Any final that you get a chance to play. Against Man City, like you said, bro, 50-50 is going to be a tough game. But before that, Manny, please tell us how you felt about the Chelsea game. What was your thoughts?
Yeah, I always say, Rashid, that I don't want to be that person who talks about the need for statement wins, because winning is a statement in itself. And I knew that it wasn't necessarily going to be a free-flowing game. And obviously when, Chelsea and Rosenia chose to have a back 5, I told myself that was really a sign that they weren't exactly, trusting of the central defenders they had. I mean, let's face it, Trevor Chalobah and, Wesley Fofana aren't exactly, the types of defenders I'd be worried about. But having said that, Wesley Fofana had a very good game, pretty much having Gabriel Martinelli in his pocket. And for quite a long time, it was very difficult for us to make any kind of an inroad. If there had been a proper forward over there instead of Gabriel to pick up that rebound from Sanchez's save, we would have actually gone 1-0 ahead. And here's the thing, though. We were having a lead, so we had every right to do what we had to do to make sure we protect that lead. And as a golden rule, when you're playing in a knockout round, especially a semi-final, you sometimes have to go adopt a more pragmatic stance, because one fatal mistake could, twist the tie around. And I'm just glad that we were able to, overcome Chelsea at a stage like this. And I will give Arteta his credit for making sure that he still has a pretty good record against Chelsea. But let's also not forget this Chelsea team does not even, come into the same picture as that of the Mourinho teams of years gone by, or even those teams under the likes of Ancelotti and Conte and others who won titles, or even Tommy Tuchel and Bobby Di Matteo, who won Champions Leagues with them. Even Rafa Benitez the following season after Di Matteo got sacked, won the Europa League. So I'm happy with that we did what we had to do. I wasn't going to complain about the quality of the football, because the most important thing is to just get to the Summit Clash. And now that we're at the Summit Clash, we have to make sure that we win it. And there were a few people players who didn't exactly impress me. I thought Saliba was a bit sloppy at first. Yes, he did grow into the game a little bit, but there were times when we weren't quite able to break them down. And the only thing that gave us a lot of comfort was that Chelsea didn't have a proper striker. I think their squad selection was hampered by their better players being out injured and failing late fitness tests. And, I hope that when Chelsea come to the Emirates to play us, they start Rory Delap again. I don't think they will. But that was a pretty poor Chelsea team, and they still held us for the most part. But we got through in the end, and it was a wonderful breakaway goal from Kai Havertz. It was as expected in a second leg, and I'm really glad that we, just put in the performance that we did and won that way we did. At this point, Rashid, I don't care about the quality of the football, especially if we're in a knockout competition. You sometimes have to stink games out. And I'm also not going to be one of those people who will talk about how, if we go on to win, we'll be the worst ever team to win it. There is no such thing as a worst team winning a Premier League or something like that. If you win a trophy, you deserve to win that trophy. There's no room for sour grapes. It's as simple as that. So I'm happy and I'm satisfied. But as I said earlier, I'm keeping my feet on the ground. No, and as Taran said, no talk of the quadruple until we win anything. In fact, no talk of the quadruple, full stop. Because let's take a look at, and I want to say this. There was talk about what was said on Hussam's channel one day. Shout out to Don Hussam, by the way, about how Liverpool went for the quadruple and only ended up winning a domestic cup double. The question is, was that deemed a success or a failure? And in many people's eyes, it was probably a failure, because after all of the chest that you give about how you're such an amazing team, you're doing really well, to end up not being able to win the two biggest trophies is in many ways a failure. And that connects with us because there's so much talk in the press about how we could be an amazing team and could be one of the greatest ever. But at the end of the day, if we end up with nowhere near enough silverware or no silverware at all, it'll be all for nothing. And that's why you've got to just not believe the press. Like Jose Mourinho said, don't believe all the rubbish that's said in the press. Keep your feet on the ground and control what you can control. And yet that's something that many of our fans will never, ever understand. So let's just continue the way we're continuing, do what we have to do, and let the chips fall where they may. Simple as that.
100%, man. Well said. Views. I mean, I saw the Man City players after the game. They weren't fucking going, running around, jumping in the air. They weren't going crazy. I saw them like it was just another game. It was just another game. Do you know what I'm saying? They were just walking, like, thank you, yeah. Swapping shirts, you know what I'm saying? Clapping, whatever. What do you think the difference is when it came to considering what Arsenal did after the game, which is okay. It's okay. We still got to a final. Do you know what I'm saying? But what is the difference? Please tell me.
Obviously, they've been there and done it. They've got a manager who's been there and done it. It goes without saying, going back to the whole quad talk and the argument about that, certain fans might think doing that alongside the Invincibles would make us the best team in England. Man City has done a 4-peat. No other team has done that. Do you know what I mean? So it's just how you look at things, you know, Arsenal fans gassing things up. But in terms of Man City, yeah, I don't know. I mean, they've been there and done it. You could look at it the other way, because at Tottenham, when they just fucked up that game and gave away 2 goals, like, man was laughing and bare after the game. What are you caring, bro? You're just giving up 2 goals. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's really going on there this season, but they've been there, they've done that. You know, they even Pep, I think the commentator before the second leg of the Newcastle game said to him, not even that, the first leg, he said, oh, you know, the Carabao, the first one you won, blah, blah, blah. Pep was just kind of talking it down. These are guys who's been there and done that. That's the difference. We haven't seen a final for over half a decade. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's not rocket science. We're going to act the way we did. You know what I mean? People are going to say, fine, shame. You know me, I do the fan reaction. So Rivals, Key Thomas, all them, man, they're Liverpool, man. Oh, look at Declan Rice, man. Say, oh, look at him. And that gave me goosebumps when I see him going to jeer up on his own. That's my captain. You understand what I'm telling you? So when I'm seeing that, I'm getting goosebumps. These Liverpool fans, obviously fan reactions, these, shameless and all that. But we ain't been to a final. So you can't diss us for not being in the final. And then when we get there, we're not even allowed to celebrate. You know, like the celebration, please. You know, like that. So yeah, man, I don't know, man. Look, you know, maybe Man City just, I don't know, they're a little bit more calm. Maybe Pep saying we've been there, we've done it before. You know, I don't know. I know Pep's lost the FA Cup at Wembley, but I don't think he's lost the Carabao Cup at Wembley. So there's that as well.
Never lost one. He's 4 for 4.
There you go. And before I shut up, you know, look how. I mean, look, when I look at it, when I step back and say, raw, it was 4-2 on aggregate. We could have been 4-1 up at the end of the bridge game. I have to rate that we got through. Mikel finally got over his little hoodoo. But when you see how City got through, I'm always looking at them like that's how we should have got through. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, facts. By the end of the day,
they bullied them.
We're there. So, you know, we're always going to be the nitpickers over here because we got PTSD. We've been around the block. We've seen it. We've seen the movie. We know how it ends. Like I said, it's not Minority Report. Don't ask me to pre-celebrate. How about we get somewhere? How about we lift the trophy and then we can celebrate? Because if you want me to pre-celebrate now and pre-give all these accolades, then maybe we can pre-sack them out at the same time. If you don't win nothing, just know your P45 is there, big man. Do you understand? So yeah, it's like I said, it's just PTSD, bro. But we're all gas, man. Shane, my partner in crime's crying on the stream, bro. Like no one can ever tell us nothing, but we just want to get there and do it now. Yeah, we're happy with what happened. But even he said to me today, it's wore off. Now we got to do it. We got to do it. And I'm like, yeah, we got to do it. And that's how I feel, man. So let's get across
100%. How did you feel about the game? How did you feel about the Chelsea game?
I wasn't as comfortable as everyone was making out. You know, for me, it was kind of panicky. You know, they didn't really trouble us too much, but they had 14 shots, guys. You know what I'm saying? One of them could have easily gone in. Something could have happened. So I said, look, you know, Mikel's doing what Mikel does. Is he going to be brave? Not really. But then you could say the same about Rafinha. I've never seen Chelsea in a back five. So it's like almost no one wanted to win the game. Do you know what I mean? But we could afford to do that. So as much as I was uncomfortable with it, only because of the PTSD, I'm thinking, raw. Everyone thought, John Terry thought, did you not see him on socials? Yeah, last couple of minutes, everyone thought they were going to get something. And they didn't. And we dunked on them. So that was amazing. That was scenes. But throughout the whole game, I was just like, look, if they do score late and it goes to extra time or whatever, he's going to have to explain. The fact that it didn't, everyone's happy. You know, we got there. So I have to be happy with that. I would much rather do it like City, but yeah, I think, you know, it was thin, small margins, but we got there, man. I would much rather do it like City though.
100%. BBK, how did you feel about that Chelsea game, man? Break it up for me.
I wasn't as worried. Like I led the stream that I did that morning was I'm not nervous, so it could be easily found if anyone needed to clip it up. But once that Chelsea lineup came out, I knew we were in a final. When I see men turn up to defend a 1-goal deficit, man had 3 center backs and wing backs, and then packed the midfield with DMs, bro. When you need a goal. It's the same dumb shit Eddie Howe did yesterday and got packed in.
I was going to say he had 7 defenders.
Yeah,
they
you know what I mean? When you're down a goal,
2
goals, and men are out here with 7 defenders on the pitch. So Rafinha showed is an experience with that. And as far as I would agree with views. I'd love to like go into the final the way City did in style, but we did have the opportunity. We're up 2 goals at Stamford Bridge twice. We're up 2 goals clear and didn't kill off the tie. Difference is they saw out their 2-0 lead at St. James's Park and finished the game at home. I don't buy into the celebration police thing. One thing, it was a London derby between us and them, man. And then it was a late minute winner. So there is, whenever we get a chance to, have a dig at Chelsea, and it's their former player.
But it wasn't a late winner, because when you think about it, we were going through anyway without.
But the fact that Kai Havertz, a Chelsea throwaway reject,
the feeling,
that's just
it was
the
the late
crowd.
winner of the game. Like obviously we was through in the fixture. Sorry, BB.
Yeah. So Martinelli could have been on that goal line. As unselfish as Kai Havertz, he was not passing that ball, brother. He was scoring that against Chelsea. You know what I mean? So I never get what the
But why another game he would have passed it to Nelly? Why this game?
But he hated them, man. So that's what that came from with the celebration. And that's London, Chelsea. These men,
beautiful goal, by the way.
Yeah,
beautiful
these
goal.
men took Premier League titles from us, So I hate them more than I hate Tottenham as a non-Londoner. You know what I mean?
Yes.
They took Premier League trophies from us. Tottenham has never done that. So I hate Chelsea with a passion. You know what I mean? So I didn't mind the celebration one bit, but I knew we were through once I saw that lineup. There is no man. He essentially what he did was spot us a half of football, 45 minutes, because that team was not scoring against us, bro. Enzo had a shot from distance. Hincapie could have banned his in that he got from Eze in the first half. Martinelli had the best chance, so we had the opportunities to win the game that we were already up in. So I wasn't as troubled as we went as the game went on. But there could have been some nervousness there at the end, but I think Mikel only made 2 substitutions in the event that he went to extra time. He had fresh legs to bring on. But I mean, it's good to be in a final. No complaints, but job not done.
100%. Dan, what are you telling me, bro, about that performance?
I just want to point out that Kai Havertz has got our best goals to game ratio this season. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Your argument coming
He's trying to say
about Marino and these type of guys, bro. You know what I mean? Ball comes through, crossed in. I mean, he shows the composure, rounds the keeper, and he just puts it in the back of the net. That's what he does. Do you understand? I'm not gassing him up too much, but I'm telling you, he's our best option up top. I'm not sure Gyökeres scores that goal if that ball comes in from Declan Rice. It probably bounces off his toe.
We'll never know, though. We'll never know.
I'm just saying, innit? I've seen it. But yeah, bro. The game was boring, innit? It wasn't a great game to watch, but I never really felt under threat by Chelsea. Don't know what Rafinha was thinking. Lack of experience, call it what you want, but it does concern me a bit when we got to play them in the Premier League. If he chooses the same tactics, it's what might be a bit hard for us to get the 3 points there. So, but yeah, overall solid performance defensively. I think we were good. Killed it off. Kai Havertz, dying embers. Can't ask for much more than that. And yeah, we're through to the final. It was more negative football that we've been seeing all season, but we got away with it. That's it. And when we beat them 3-2 at the Bridge, I thought we was through anyway. I said we was at Wembley, man. I didn't expect them to come to the Emirates and win. I could not see Chelsea coming over to the Emirates and picking up a win. All we needed was a draw. That's what Arteta played for. Give him a bit of credit. It could have been better, but we can't complain when we've been starved for so long, man. We can't complain, Rash. Do you understand?
Fact.
We got to just take it, move on, and
can't.
get to Wembley, man. That's it.
Nah, 100%. I agree, 100%, bro. Big up Free Banks. Big up Wesley. Someday, my bro. Someday. Big up Gilio.
Rash, what are you saying about the game? I know you got something to pick at, my bro. What was your thoughts, my brother?
Oh, do you know what it is? I feel like this is gonna be crazy. I know it's gonna be crazy, but I feel like it was risky of us playing that way. I feel like we should have went for the game because of how Chelsea set up. Do you get me? Because if Chelsea got that goal, how are we going to score? How was we going to score? How was we going to create? Because then we have to get out of our shell. Now, the thing is that Chelsea didn't create enough to be clear, to get clear-cut chances. Do you get me? But I was wrong and Mikel was right. Do you get it? It's one of them ones where like, all right, cool. Fair enough. Anybody that wanted to play the way Mikel played, that was right. But it was risky, bro. It was risky. Overall, bro, I'm happy. I don't care. Do you get me, Dan? Like, if I win, I really don't care. See, this is what I explained. I only care in the league because it's 38 games. And competition is like 8, 9, 7 games. Do you get me? And you get to the final. It does not matter how you play. So that's what I would nitpick. That's how I see it. Do you get me? But I would go like City. I'll be real. I would go like City if I was the manager. I have the power to. I have the power.
He wants to be honest with us. Come on, hold on, shush. Go on.
I'll be honest with you guys. I don't want to sound negative, but I ain't got a good feeling about the final, man. I've been holding it in, but I ain't got a good feeling, my guys, man. I ain't got a good feeling, bro.
Oh shit!
We're just positive right now, Dan.
That's what I was gonna say. Like he was there,
bro. I don't know, man. Maybe that's because it's not just forget about the FA Cup. It's 22 years, isn't it? So it's just there's always something in the back of my head that's a bit dark, bro. So I'm saying, I think we can get the job done. I hope we get the job done, but something's telling me it's gonna go wrong, bro. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's just, you know what I'm saying, but. Let's just hope and pray, bro. Hope and pray, man.
Dan,
we're winning that.
We gotta wait. We gotta wait.
BBK, let's hope we do win that, innit? But I know somewhere in your head as well, you're thinking it. You're thinking it as well.
You know what it is? At Wembley, quite often we've been second best and still leave with the trophy. At Wembley.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? Like the 05 FA Cup, we had no business winning that. They peppered us. Even the 2017 Chelsea, that was a Premier League winning Chelsea team. We beat them. You know what I mean? Facts. Even the Mikel one, the Man City team we beat in the final to get to the Chelsea. They were better than us. For some reason, we at Wembley we leave with the trophy. Even the damn Community Shield, City they've always been better than us, and we always just leave with it. So
not in the Carabao. Not in the Carabao.
I stole that shit.
4 times. He don't
that shit.
Final,
I don't know how that team got to the final.
Huh?
I don't even know how that team got to the final. You know, that was the Olympic performance from Wenger. Like,
BBK, don't you think like it's a different ball game? It's a different team. We're playing against a different City, a different Arsenal as well. I feel like until we get to the game, we don't know who's going to be injured. First of all, you know how Arsenal are. Saka's already injured. Odegaard's injured.
Timber today, I'm hearing.
Who else?
Timber
as well. Like, I'm not surprised. So by the time we get to the City game, we don't know who's going to be injured. Now I know Arteta's a madman. He's going to probably play the player even if he's 40% fit. But still, so you wouldn't know what lineup we're going to go against City, who we're going to play.
By the time we get to the City game, Haaland could be injured.
Yeah,
facts.
It goes both ways. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like
with everything.
No.
So.
No, BBK.
Like they're better without him, BBK. I'll be honest. Get my moose. Innit?
Yeah.
Bro, they played some decent football yesterday.
I hear it.
Do you get me? So no. The thing is that it goes both ways. Don't get me wrong, but like I just feel like it's a different game. We're just gonna have to wait and see. That's why I told them, listen, we got to the final. Let's talk about that when we get to it. Now, flip the page. We're going non-lock-in. We're talking Sunderland. We're gonna talk about Sunderland in a bit.
Over 2 legs, though. Over 2 legs, I think City would beat us. Over 2 legs, I don't think Chelsea could beat us. Right? In a one-off. I think we can beat you. I think we can beat City.
I wanted City anyway, I'm not gonna lie. But now we got them, it's like you know what I'm saying? Now we got one more step to take. But like BBK was saying earlier, man, that's the thing with numbers or a certain viewpoint. It can always be looked at another way. Do you know what I'm saying? Literally with anything. So
yeah. And just City were overwhelming favorites in the FA Cup against Palace, no?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Manny, who did you want, City or Newcastle, and why?
I'm not going to lie, to be honest with you. I would have preferred if we had Newcastle because, you know, Newcastle are not the same team that won the League Cup last season. They're struggling in the league and they're trying to balance, obviously, playing in the Champions League as well. And they've just been a little bit weak of late. And obviously missing the likes of Guimaraes and others has, you know, hurt them quite a bit. Now, of course, I mean, it's very easy to say that if you're a real Arsenal fan, you want to make sure that you play the best in the team for a cup final, and yeah, that is true to an extent. But as has been mentioned, Marmoush actually started their semi-final against Newcastle, and he actually did really well. Now, knowing Guardiola as well as I do, he's not going to make the same mistake that Mauricio Pochettino did and start a half-fit Harry Kane ahead of a fully fit Lucas Moura, whose hat-trick pretty much got Spurs over the line in that second leg against Ajax in Amsterdam. But also, Guardiola, as we know, usually plays many of his reserve stars in the League Cup final, and this is not going to be different. I think we'll see James Trafford continuing in goal. I don't think he'll pick Donnarumma, and there'll be some others to be picked as well. But you know, as I've said, when it comes to being in a cup final, I always would prefer having a better chance to win. And I'm not going to sort of sit here with chest and say, now that we're in the final, you know, we're going to make sure that we win it, because we still don't have as good a record against City away from the Emirates as we do at the Emirates, if that makes any sense. And we just know that that Guardiola will have a plan for us. Obviously, Gehi won't be playing, so he's going to have to rejig his back line a little bit. But you just know that he's going to think of something, and that will be good. He might decide to play 3 at the back and try and work with that. I just think that we need to make sure that we keep our feet on the ground and show City some respect, but not too much respect, because we know that this is going to be our test, and we have a chance to really prove that we deserve all the respect and the credit that we are getting this season by beating a City team, which is in a bit of free fall, but still, as has been mentioned, has been there and done that. And I'd be really happy to see us do that as long as we have the right attitude. But I still feel that we should. I still feel that I would have wanted I would still have preferred Newcastle to, be in the final. And at least it would have, at least on form, given us a better chance in many ways. But, it's a final, and we have to approach it the same way we do any other final. I mean, we weren't expected to win in 2020 in the FA Cup, and we beat both City and Chelsea to win it. There's no reason why we can't do it again to win the League Cup, but we have to keep our feet on the ground.
Fair enough. Views. Prom is saying, big up Prom, by the way. I want City, no debate. You want City, why?
I feel like, I don't know, like, yes, sometimes we lack the right attitude in certain games. Like Newcastle have been dodgy this year, but they are the holders. I just feel like the way they play more physical. We know about the rule with Gehi, so he's probably not going to be there. There's a good chance Donnarumma might not play, and City are going to come and play. You know what I mean? I'd be surprised if they do a low block in the final, because it's not the league, is it? You got to win the game. Newcastle, I think they just might bop us around. I don't know what it is. I feel like they just got our number a little bit more, whereas City will probably try and play a bit more. They've got the quality of players to do that. And obviously, we've got to get one over in them. I think if we beat them in the cup final, it sets us up well mentally to take them on and finish out in the league. You know what I'm saying? So that was why. Obviously, we got Newcastle. They ain't the same Newcastle as last year. You could say the same about City, but you could also say the same about us in terms of the fluidity in attack. Because I think the big thing is it's not just about, we need the striker, now we're going to win the league. It's about chance creation. It's about how we actually play the game. You know what I mean? And Mikel's system's never going to suit a striker. So I think that's why. That's why I'd rather play City. And because they're on and off mentally, like I said, they just battered Newcastle, laughing and joking, and then they just dropped a point to Spurs away. They're laughing and joking. So something's not right there. You know what I mean? So for me, just them, get one over on them, spear us on, I should say, to lock it down in the league.
100%. We got Mr. Pads saying, Rashid, City serves as more of a handing the torch over type of opponent, We need to beat them also because they are the ones that piped us several times in a row. BBK, do you agree with that? And why?
Handing the torch over as far as winning goes, but City haven't beaten us in a while. The last time they beat us was the 4-1 in the first failed title run, if I'm not mistaken. And so across the football spaces, like, people can say that the tide is turning. That's why when people ask me about the actual Premier League run-in, I'm looking at match week 33, regardless of what the point totals are. If we go to the Etihad and win on April 18th, then I do believe for sure the title is ours. So I do believe there is something there. But yeah, I don't see this final as the handing the torch type thing, just because we've gotten the better of them, so to speak, for the past 2 seasons, head to head.
Fair enough. And did you want City or did you want Newcastle?
I wanted Newcastle, bro. I want Newcastle. I want Coventry in the next round of the FA Cup.
Okay.
I want all the easy runs, bro. I'm not for this. Give me Bayern.
I know that's what Dan's gonna say. I know,
Yeah,
but go on, why?
Nah, give me Bristol. Give me like, no one cares that United had Coventry in that run-in when they beat City in the FA Cup final. Give me the easiest run. The Isak tax with that punch up we got last year was heavy. He's gone. I would have taken Newcastle. Matter, I told Specs to his face on Night Owl TV that gracefully bow out tomorrow against City, because if we see you at the Emirates, we're gonna beat you. That's how comfortable I was if it was going up against Newcastle. But yeah, City is here. But if I had to pick, give me the path of least resistance. I don't want fuck all that, bro. I'm not
the easiest one, yeah.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I hear that still. Big up Hendon, big up Mr. Pads, big up the Zenboard as well. Big up Stike as well. He's saying facts, Taron. There hasn't been several consecutive beatings from Man City for a while. Of course, that could change in the League Cup. Arsenal must be ready against Man City at Wembley. Dan, now I'm feeling like you're more of a type. I know you'd rather go safe. You know what I'm saying? Just win me this cup. Yeah? How you feeling? Is it Newcastle City?
Yes, I wanted Newcastle. I'm not subscribing to this. Oh, yeah, we need to teach Man City a lesson. We are not in a position to be talking about teaching people lessons. We just need to win the trophy. What are we doing there? Pass the torch.
Don't you want to send the message that we're here?
No.
Beating City
I don't care about no message. The only message I want, Rash, is the trophy. And on paper and history, I believe Newcastle would have been the easier game. Now, even if we did get Newcastle, that still wouldn't have been easy. We would have been sitting there saying it's going to be a tough game as well. But yeah, all this, let's teach Man City a lesson. I wanted the hardest tie. Yeah, I wanted to. No, let's just win a trophy. That's all we want to do. And I just feel like Newcastle are not the same animal without Isak. They're not the same team as
how do you think we would approach the game though? Because when I say things, a lot of it is because of us. See, we can all give chess online and say do it, but then when you watch the players turn up and they're not getting it up for the smaller teams, in it. Pause. So that's the big reason why I want City, because I'm looking at my team like that's gonna get them actually up for the game. You understand? When we play Wolves,
even if it's,
you can't score a
goal.
goal.
You're afraid of the physicality. You know, we've struggled against teams
what's Arsenal's kryptonite?
Yeah,
because I believe personally, right? If we actually got rid of all this system, and we're better than all these teams. The only people that's going to get in our way is us and the manager and how we play and all this other strippiness. When we play these smaller teams in the last few seasons, they're the one who stopped us from winning the title. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So the reason why I say that, for me, I know no disrespect to Dan, the reason why I'm saying it, not because it's wholeheartedly about teaching them a lesson. I'm looking at my team. What's going to get the best out of them? Because playing Newcastle on a wet, dreary night, I don't think that's going to get the best out of them.
Listen, views. I sat there, I walked up to the stadium with positive Dan, and he's saying to me, yeah, there's never going to be a game where we go up against Man City and we're not going to go for it. It was negative, nasty against Man City at home. Pragmatic and nasty. So I don't know why you believe we're going to go into this final where we're going to be... It's going to be the same system-based football. And I believe the system-based football for a final is better anyway. Yeah, let's take.
It's a one-off game. So what the example you get, and it's a valid example, bro. It's a one-off game in a league where he's trying to bank on the bigger picture. Oh, I'm gonna, even now when we go to the Etihad in April 18th, he's probably gonna play not to lose. We know this. It's a league. In a
What do you
one-off
believe
game,
he's going to do in the final view? What you think he's going to
it's a
go for
one-off
it in the
game,
final?
brother. That's what I'm trying to say. It's a one-off game, brother. So he can't be pragmatic. Do you know what I'm saying?
He will be. He will
think
be.
he will be.
I'm telling you.
You think he will? Yeah. You think he
I
will,
think
Dan?
he will, and you know what? It might pay off. Do you understand? It might pay off if we
It
go
needs to pay
pragmatic
off.
and nick a
It needs
1-0.
to pay off.
It has to pay
Yeah,
off.
it might. It needs to. Otherwise, get out of my club, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's where I'm at. You know, like that. Because and that's for me anyway. You made some good points, but the reason I'm saying it, I can't talk for everyone else. Ain't about totally getting one over on them. There's a bit of the element there, but like I said, I look at my team in it. What's gonna get the best out of them? Way too many times we should have been beating teams and we don't. You know what I'm saying? So I see us play against the big teams. There's nerves, there's jitter. Everyone don't know. That's usually when we get the better results. If I'm lying, I'm flying. You know what I'm saying? I hear what you're saying. That's a one-off thing in a league where we still got games and points to play for. I understand he might set up pragmatic in the final, but you can't stay like that the whole time. Do you think he's going to do a Rosenior and leave it half an hour?
I know what he's going to do because we ain't seen him in no finals except for the FA Cup in his first season where he hadn't really pushed his agenda on or his tactics onto the team, innit? So this is going to be his first final, so we're going to get to see what he's going to do. I believe it's still going to be pragmatic and it's going to be, don't lose, let's try and nick a goal. That's what it's going to be. I don't think we're going to be playing expansive football in that final, but we'll see.
Yeah, and bear in mind, sorry for cutting in, Dan, but bear in mind that when we won that FA Cup, he had a back three, so that kind of sums it up.
100%, 100%. Problem is saying funny how Carabao Cup is suddenly a trophy. You get me? 100%, bro. 100%. But that's how it is, bro. That's how it is. When we don't win it, it's like, it's beneath us. It's just excuses. It's just excuses. They went for it every season. That's why I told them Arteta went for this cup every season. He just failed to deliver. It's not about him not putting the right players. It's not about this or that. He went in for every season. He goes for all the cups. He just doesn't make it to the final. Point blank. You get me? This season, it's not the same. We played the same lineup, the same style of play as the game before, and the game before that, and the game before that.
Manny just said we played the back three. That sums it up. I'm a little bit baffed on that. What do you mean that he's pragmatic? You think a back three is pragmatic? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I mean, like, I wouldn't. Well, I mean, that's exactly what Rosenior did, right? A back three with wing backs and trying to.
Don't you think it was a back five? Don't you think it was a back five?
It comes back down to how you see it, I suppose, then, innit? Because when you say three, I'm thinking three. There is 3-5-2. Obviously, there's 5-3-2 wing backs. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So,
well, that's the thing. Like, see, you know, obviously, when Arteta came in and won that FA Cup, he had replaced Unai Emery. So obviously, you know, with the players that he had, he kind of had to, you know, consider which formation would work best. And we had a surfeit of defenders who weren't exactly, you know, top notch. I mean, we had the ex-Chelsea defender, David Luiz, I would say, who was probably the best out of a bad bunch. And we still were able to, you know, go on and win. So that was the reason why partly Rosenior opted for that back five or back three or whatever, however you want to look at it, because he knew that, as I said before, Trevor Chalobah and Wesley Fofana are not exactly the type of defenders who would send shivers down the spine of really top-class forwards. Although I will give Fofana his credit, he literally pocketed Martinelli the entire game. You can't deny that. But still, now that he's Arteta's got his own agenda and his own team, he's opted for more often than not used a back four. He's switched from a 4-2-3-1 to a 4-3-3, which is a little bit, you know, more passive and a little bit more defensive than the 4-2-3-1 we had when Gabby Jesus was the lone striker. When he got injured, we were never the same. So normally playing a back three could very well be seen as, you know, being a little bit pragmatic. And that is what Leeds United were doing when they had that good run. But then when we went over there to Elland Road, we smashed them all ways to Sunday. And so, like, I don't want to sort of talk about the semantics and everything. I think, you know, Arteta will use a back four. He will use his usual formation. I just worry about how, if City end up starting Marmoush instead of Haaland, how do we adjust our game plan to suit that sort of player? Because we haven't really seen him play as often as possible. Although we do see a little silhouette of a man, Marmoush. Could he do the Fandango?
I like it. So is that across the board, everyone thinks it will be like a Rossini type thing. We're not going to try not until the last half hour in a one-off game.
I feel like, do you know what I feel like? I feel like we won't play the same way we played against Chelsea exactly, but I feel like it's the same football views. It's like set pieces. We're gonna play very cautious. You know, I feel like we might even play Odegaard in that midfield if he's ready. I feel like you see how we played against City and when it was a draw, when we got the draw. That's the same way we're gonna play in the final, in my opinion. In my opinion, that's the same way we're going to play in the final. Ain't no way this manager's going to attack.
When I try and understand him, it's because, like you said, innit, like you maybe try and put on like an extra CDM when you're away from home. When you're at home, you tend to maybe have two attacking midfielders, right? He's not doing that. He's bricking up away. He's bricking up at home. But like I said, this is in the league where there's always more points to play for, more games. Do you know what I'm saying? This is a one-off game. So do you think that he's going to take that Rossini route? Or
it's not going to be as negative as Rossini, but I just believe he's going to be living in his head for that game, knowing that there is pressure on him to deliver a trophy. He knows that it's the Carabao Cup. It's a major trophy at the end of the day, and he needs to get it over the line. So I feel like because of that, he's definitely going to be pragmatic. He's not going to go gun-ho. I wouldn't expect him to go gun-ho anyway. But I just want to just see a little bit more expansive football because it's a final. But I'm not sure we're going to see that, man.
I can't lie. I can't lie. I don't think so either of these. I'll be real. Big up Prom as well. Big up Prom. Gifted 10 level-headed. Now, all of you are level-headed now. Everybody that got the membership, you're level-headed. Congratulations. Sorry. But yeah, listen, views, I'll be real with you. I don't think this manager is someone that would go for it. Like, do you think that we're going to attack City? We should. That's the thing. You see Newcastle.
Yeah, by the way, going to live and die by these decisions. If you go in, like what I'm saying is this, right? I didn't understand why we went to Anfield and played so negative. That don't give me no confidence going to the Etihad. I don't understand why Man City come to the Etihad, we play so negative. So I can understand what Dan's saying, but I'm saying when I'm trying to understand the man, this is in the league. It's not like that's the only game and that's it. There's more points to play for. We still got like 3 months left of the season or something, 2 months, 2.5. So you understand. But in a one-off game, because Rossini, I was leaving it to the last half an hour, right? Yeah. I just think you can do that and it might work for us and it's better, but you're going to live and die by those decisions, innit? I'm trying to understand why you're doing things. In the league, I can understand. I don't agree with it. It don't represent me, but at least I can understand it to a degree. We can get points off of the other teams. Boom, 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 boom. It's not how I would do it. But in a one-off game, because I was cussing Rossini as well. You're leaving it half an hour and you're a goal down.
So, views, you believe he's going to go for it when they potentially got man like Semenyo out there, Cherky, Haaland, these type of silky brothers and killers. You believe he's going to just come and go for it? What do you think?
I don't believe he's going to go for it, no. That's not what I'm saying. I'm asking if you lot believe. I know what like. He's like this. I'm saying, is that across the board? Do you think it's a good tactic what Rossini had done then? Let me just ask you a different way.
No, he should have done that. Do you know what? Yeah, Rossini should have done that tactic in the home leg. So he should have started with that tactic. But if you're losing by 1-0, I feel like you need your wingers. Maybe you want to play a 5 at the back. That's cool. Put a 5-2-3. Do you know what I'm saying? A little bit of wingers, maybe Pedro Neto. I don't know. Was he injured? You need silky wingers. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the best thing you can really do against Arsenal. That like Gyökeres is gonna be quarterback, bro. Like it's some dumb. Crazy. You know how many times Gyökeres touched the ball?
He started to lap the Esteval. That was crazy. I was at the bridge for that game. Esteval was cooking on that right wing.
You get me, bro? Pedro Neto was cooking too. No, Dan. Yeah. He was all right. What I mean is, like, you look at this manager. The way Arteta plays, you can't face him the same way he plays. He wanted to stay in the game. I get it. He wanted to stay in the game. In my opinion, all you had to do is just defend set pieces. That's all you have to do against Arsenal. Start with that. If you're playing against Arsenal, just start with that. But like, Arteta doesn't change tactics, so I'm not thinking that he's going to change against City. It's just the personnel, maybe who's going to change on the pitch, who's going to be available to play. So yeah, man, I don't think ever Arteta's going to go for it ever. ever, bro. He's not that guy. He's just not that guy. But as for a senior, he should have started that game like that to stay in the game. But look, not in the way. Like, he was losing by 1-0. There was no point. There was no point in playing those five at the back. Even by the time his right wing and left wing back get to our side of the pitch, we already everybody's reset. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's why they didn't even create. He tried to do the Delap and Joao Pedro. It didn't work out as well, bro. We got. Let's be real, man. You got one of the best defenders in the world. Do you get me? Like, arguably the best defenders in the world. In my opinion, Saliba is the best defender in the world. In my opinion, right now, as in the talent right now in the world. But obviously, you have to watch all the other leagues, blah blah blah. But I can see in the Champions League, you can only see that Saliba and Gabriel, like, they're something else, bro. They're a breath of fresh air. I remember we had man like Shenley, we had some dusty defenders, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it was a bad idea to go against us like that. But listen, man, we move on. Like we said, City's something we'll talk about some other day, 100%. Now we move on to Sunderland. Sunderland, physical game, man. Them, do you know what I'm saying? Like, physical game. You know how it is with Sunderland, bro. See, I worry about teams that don't attack us. See, the teams that sit back, that's the problem. I'm worried about that. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm worried about it.
I don't see them doing that in not for long anyway, in a one-off game. I don't see City doing that. So what's the best way to get over that bridge? Do you know what I'm saying? Against City, be cautious. Have it all coming our way? I don't know. It hasn't really been serving us well. It worked against Chelsea, but that's maybe on them a little bit, you know. But the other teams we've been playing recently, you know, to just sit back and just keep inviting pressure, I don't know if that's the best way to go against City. I'm not saying he's going to go expansive. We all know the manager. You know what I mean? I'm just saying I want to get that feeling of whether you thought it was a good idea to try and hold out till 30 minutes. And if we are going to be pragmatic, what is the tactic that gets us over the line against City? I don't think being pragmatic against City is going to work.
Set pieces. That's the tactic, views. Set pieces. I swear to God, that's the tactic.
For me, it's high pressing like last season. You see, when because we weren't even that good, but we high pressed them into bare mistakes.
Yeah, but that's risky for the league. That's risky, too risky for the league. For the Carabao Cup, sorry. For the Carabao Cup, I don't think he's gonna press like that. I don't know. Maybe he does, bro. Maybe he does. Good luck to him, bro. It's up to him, innit? Like, when you think about it, why are you getting 15.6? Right? Why are you getting all that money? You live in the best countries. Yeah. You drive the best cars.
Yeah,
you get
country.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Dan? Like, why are you getting all that money, bro? So it's up to you, bro. It's up to you how you want to play. I don't care. Either way, I just want the cup. Do you get me? I want the cup and we move on. That's all I want. But like you said, bro, it's gonna be it's tough against City, bro. Because if you open up against City, they can open you up, bro. They can open you up if you leave those spaces. If you don't mark it, if you don't keep it tight, you know that City can open you up. Do you get me? So yeah, man, I can't lie. But yeah, man, I know this manager. This manager ain't that good. Nah, he ain't that guy. He's not gonna do that, bro. He's not gonna do that. But listen, bro, we move on. Let's talk about this Sunderland game, bro. This Sunderland game, like I said, teams that are physical are always a tough challenge. Always a tough challenge. Teams that sit back, teams that are tactically correct, you know, when they're on that pitch, you know, a team like Sunderland, they've been doing well this season. You know, when you think about it, with the team that they have, obviously. But Manny, how do you feel about that Sunderland game, bro?
Yeah, listen, I'm actually going to just say my piece, and I'm going to have to split, but I will make sure that I say what I want to say before going. And I want to thank you once again, Rashid, for, you know, inviting me to this stream. I love coming on here whenever I can. And, you know, just the most amazing panel, and also, more importantly, the most amazing host. First of all, what should give us a great deal of confidence is that Sunderland's captain, who used to be our captain, of course, will not be available for the game. So I think he'll probably make the trip to the Emirates and just have a walk out on the pitch in, you know, some formal clothes and get the applause from the fans. But he's not going to play. And you've also got to consider that he's been a very big part in Sunderland's rise. But Sunderland also have a pretty poor record away from home this season. So there is no excuse for us not being able to secure a win here. I'm going for a 3-1, and hopefully it might end up being a little bit more. And you can see definitely that without Granit Xhaka in the team, they will certainly be a little bit weaker, because I'm not too sure who will be their captain. They've let quite a few players who are now on the fringes go out on loan to other clubs. One person also had a permanent transfer. So there are going to be some talented players, the likes of Brobbey, Isidore, Dan Ballard, former Arsenal youth player, will probably be a part of the defence. But they are, of course, a team that is certainly a well-drilled, well-united team. But without that leadership and that star power in Granit Xhaka, I think they will struggle. Had Xhaka been in the team, I probably would have predicted a much tougher game. But there is no reason why we can't win this a lot more easily. What angers me, though, is that...
Sorry to stop you, man. They've only got 2 losses in their last 12, Sunderland. I just want to point that out. So they're not no pushover. It's the draws that have been killing them away from home, man. But yeah, sorry to stop you, bro.
Yeah, but listen, I get what you're saying completely. But let's also not forget that one of their last away performances was going to a dusty West Ham team that are seriously fighting relegation, who are expected to go down, and West Ham creamed them 3-1. So, look, I always say about teams that overachieve in the first half of the season, unless they're able to really maintain that, because they don't have that level of experience, they are going to struggle. And this is a game which I think we should be able to win 3-1. The only problem is I'm not too sure who will play, and I think, as has been mentioned, the injuries are starting to pile up. If we're in a situation where we have to start Madueke on the right again, I'm sorry, but I don't know if I can be as confident, because he has one good game against Leeds United, has a goal which is eventually given to him, and people talk about how he could possibly end up, performing a job for club and country with England too. Wind your necks in, you idiots in the press. That's not going to happen. And I still don't know what the situation is with Odegaard. If Urian Timber is injured, then we've got to play Benny Blanco, because at least with Hinchapi and Calafiori back, we've got the left side of the defence sorted, the left back position sorted. So what's worrying is that now we're at this stage in the season where injuries are starting to crop up again at the worst possible time. And are we able to really, withstand that? I'm not too sure. I need to see more Christian Norgard coming into the,
Manny, not to stop you, Hendon just mentioned something. Do you know what I'm saying? Sunderland's players were all in AFCON.
Yes, they are all back, Hendon. I agree with that completely. And of course, Dan has also said that it's the draws that have killed Sunderland this season. But, Sunderland have also shown that, as I said, they are ripe for a decline once they, once the teams start to find them out. And again, without Xhaka, without that that organizer, I just don't know how they're going to be, as cohesive and as united as they were when he was in the team. And yes, as you mentioned, Hendon, those players will be back from the AFCON, but still, without that level of leadership, it's going to be very difficult to see how they actually get, set themselves up, how drilled they're going to be. And so we have to find a way to make sure we, exploit that. I still think that we should win this quite at the canter, but we've got to start using some more of our squad players. As I've said, Norgard has to come in. This is the type of game where we need some, real steel. If Zubimendi is in the team, I really shudder to think what would happen when some of their midfielders would put a bit too much pressure on him, and that's really worrying. So, and that's the thing, especially at home, it has to be about us. There's no way that we can allow teams like Sunderland to dictate the narrative. And that's going to be the mentality that we're going to have when teams like Bournemouth and Fulham come to play. Because mind you, although we've beaten them away at their home ground this season, those teams are very capable of springing a surprise. And Bournemouth actually did the double over us last season. Mm-hmm. So We need to make sure that we have the right selection. If it means having to start Martinelli on the right and pick Trossard on the left and not pick Madueke at all, I'm really hoping that we can do that. So here's my first 11, and then I'm going to go. Raya in goal. Benny Blanco at right back in case Urian Timber's not fit. Obviously, Gabriel Saliba in the center of the defense. Hinchapi will continue if he's fit, but now that he's fit, I'd like to see Calafiori brought back on as a substitute who can add a little bit more. And then, of course, it would probably have to be Rice and Norgard, I think, but then Zubimendi can come on and replace Rice later on in the game, because I just don't think Zubimendi will be suited to play against this type of Sunderland team that will be fairly solid in midfield, I'd like to think. Eze in the 10, Martinelli on the right, Trossard on the left, and then it'll have to be, and again, Gyökeres, bear in mind, has played in the Championship, so I'd like to think that he will know how to get the better of what is almost effectively a Championship team. So that's effectively my 1-11, and then we can organise the squad how we see fit. I'm going for a 3-1, and we need to make sure that we win this game to make sure that we keep that distance between us and the second and third place teams. And if we can win these sort of games, then definitely we're in a better position. Then we can start to feel a bit comfortable. But gentlemen, Rashid, I'm going to have to split. It's been wonderful as always, and I can't wait for the next time to come on, and hopefully I'll be on for much later. But can't wait to see you all once again. Socials, catch me on Instagram at MannyThangathero1981 and on Twitter at Thangathero1981. No YouTube channel of my own, because I'd like to make sure that I have some proper content that I can share before I can actually give you that. But do please catch me on Oris Talks Football, where I'm a co-host. I'm actually going to, get on that stream right now. And Hendon, I understand your fears, but I'd like to think that we've learned our lesson from the Southampton game from that day. And one of the biggest lessons was getting rid of Aaron Ramsdale. Thank goodness for that.
Big
everyone.
Up, big up.
See you all soon.
Big up, man. Big up. 100%. Views. I mean, we got Johnny here saying Leeds had a loss in 11 at home, tougher.
Hey, Johnny, this shows your kryptonite, man. He was in my show talking about,
I know.
That Thursday show. That Thursday show is too negative. Here you are, Johnny, man. Here you are, Johnny. You know what I'm saying?
So what are you doing now? Yeah, he's a top gooner. I know he's a top gooner. It wasn't about them, was it? It was all about us. So will this be this time, especially at home? What do you think of that, Views? What do you think of that? Do you think how do you see the Sunderland game, bro?
Obviously, I'm confident because I think Dan said they lost 2 out of their last, but they must have been away. They're the only team to not have lost this season, I believe, at home.
They haven't won in 7 away from home. Last win was in October against Chelsea.
Right. So really and truly, we should, just like we should every one of these teams, the way I see it, especially at home. Even if it's Liverpool, City, I expect us to try and be a little bit more cavalier. But yeah, man, look, I don't feel there's no easy games left, but I expect us to win this game. Sunderland, they've been amazing at home. That's where it's amazing. Away from home, not so much. Draws, as Dan said, kind of killed them. I hear it. They'll be safe this year, but I don't see them. I don't see them doing us nothing at home. And I will agree with Johnny on that. And I've been saying that a lot this season. It's all about us. Do you know what I mean? As long as we turn up with the right mentality, the right motivations, and don't turn up lethargic and slow, then it's our league to win. And I'm going to go as far as if it's because I don't know if Man City is going to beat Liverpool.
They're not. I can't see them beating Liverpool,
bro. See it, bro. Maybe not a loss, but at least a draw. You get it? So I'm going to go as far as negative as I am. If we beat Sunderland, it's our league to lose, innit? Like that. Really and truly. Because if we can get to 9, say if Liverpool beat them, they're at Anfield. Liverpool, they're not shit. I know the results ain't been great, but you know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. If it gets like that, I'm going to say it's our league to lose. But we should be beating Sunderland at home, purely for the fact that, they're not very good away. They're a juggernaut at home, though. Do you know what I mean? It's not going to be easy, but yeah, we should beat them.
100%. Apparently, we've hurt Johnny's feelings talking about Arteta.
I think it's had Dan's cousin Johnny or his burner account. One of the two.
Oh no, is that that must be positive? Is that him? Is that him? Reveal yourself. Reveal
Arteta's
yourself.
lawyer. Arteta's attorney. Arteta's attorney. Yeah.
Hey, what are you telling me, BBK? How do you feel about this Sunderland game, bro?
You know what? I'm gonna give. Like, I was fuming when we dropped points away at Sunderland, bro. Like, I had put those points squared out to Arteta, and a lot of men were coming on. Pause. A lot of men were saying, "How can you?" Like, brother, we were 90 plus 2 minutes in the game. We were leading. Going for a Premier League title, you don't drop points there in the last minute of the game, right? And he took off Eze to bring on Mascara, and we still conceded. But over the season has unfolded, I've started to have to put a little bit more respect on Sunderland. You know, I see these men go to Anfield and had Liverpool begging for a point, and Chiesa doing goal line clearances in that. So if there are teams that would be nominated for teams that are overperforming this season, I think Villa would be in that category. I think Brentford would have been in that category because I picked them, man, to get relegated. I think they're overperforming. They're way up there. And Sunderland, I think Sunderland are doing very well. It's going to be a tough game, man. But we put things into context. We're going for a Premier League title, $1 billion spent, phase whatever we're in. It's a newly promoted team, even though they're doing well. We're at home. We can't do back-to-back losses. You know, we can't. The whole world was in shock. We conceded 3 goals, let alone lost at home at the Emirates. Yeah. So we have to. Yeah. You know, we have to put the marker down. 9 points on the board for Man City. The best they should be able to do is cut that to 7. There's no way they're leaving Anfield with 3 points. I don't see it happening. So we'll put the marker down and we say your move and we see how it goes. But yeah, anything other than the win, and it will be concerning. We do have 7 more Premier League games, FA Cup game, and a Champions League game until we play in the final. The pressure is going to, in all these games, people are going to watch and they're going to scrutinize. Look at how Arsenal are playing. Is this the blueprint to bleed? I mean, City don't need all that shit. We just need to focus on the team right in front of us and just all of these teams that we're lined up against between now and then, man for man, I think we're better than. So I know football is not that linear, but Sunderland at home, your favorites. You can't have a 2-game skid at home to a newly promoted team. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm going to go for probably a 2-0 Arsenal. Comfortable 2-0 win.
Let's go, man. Dan, you can't be negative about that in this one, can you?
No, I'm not, bro. I think we're going to get the job done against Sunderland, to be fair. The only thing that's played in the back of my mind is that when we've had the chance to take advantage previous weeks, we haven't done so, because if we're being honest, the game against Leeds, that was actually pressure as well, to be fair. But this is another one to go 9 points clear, knowing that Man City are going to play Liverpool. I can't see Man City getting anything over there other than a draw, if I'm being honest with you. Yeah. So this is it, man. If we beat Sunderland on Saturday, bro, I'm gonna start believing, Rashid. Do you understand?
Whoa.
The third time this season I've said, Dan's absolutely right. Yeah, because Liverpool, if we beat them, it would have been 8 points. By the time it got to Forest, it would have been 9 points. And we said no 2 times. We didn't want to take it. Those 2 games, sorry to cut in, I'll shut up. I'm totally with him. I was there on every one of those occasions. Forest, it's ours. Especially after United fucked up City that day. So I'm like, if we beat Liverpool at home, that's a statement win. It's our title. Sorry to just jump in, but totally agree with you.
What about Aston Villa, though? Right. What about Aston Villa?
I didn't have that feeling. Then I had that feeling. City just been beaten.
This is time to open up a serious gap. And it's even more serious because they're going to Anfield, bro. Do you understand? This is it. We get this win against Sunderland, I'm really going to start believing and saying, you know what? I'm going to have to eat my words there, man. Do you understand? Yeah? This guy is looking like...
Are we disrespecting Aston Villa? Is this what we're doing right now? Are we disrespecting Aston Villa? Do we not think that Aston Villa is in any title race?
I can't take Aston Villa as serious as Manchester City. What are they behind us now? What are they? 7 points behind.
Yeah. 7. Are they 7?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, they're 1.
Sorry, man. Call me deluded. But I can't see Aston Villa sustaining it for the rest of the season and putting anything serious together to challenge us. I'm writing them off. Yeah, just like I writ Emery off when he was Arsenal manager. Yeah, I wanted him out as well. Do you understand? I'm writing him off again. Yeah, not good enough. Oh, you was there as well, Rash, yeah?
But listen,
I couldn't stand that guy's face on the touchline. It got to that.
I'll be real. Listen, it's okay. And it's okay.
It's okay, Dan. You don't have to like the manager. He just has to win for your club. That's it, innit?
Yeah, facts.
You just said it. You just said it.
This is the thing, yeah? You live in the best countries. I think like the Argentinian. You have the best car. You drive the best cars. Yeah? You got the best things. Yeah? You get the massages. You get the shirt that doesn't stick to your...
All of that.
But I don't care.
I don't care what BBK has to say about Villa, though, because you asked him a question and we didn't hear it. Sorry, guys. What do you think about Villa, bro? Right off?
No, I never believed in the Villa thing. Like I never believed in the Villa hype. The thing is, whenever a Premier League team surges, we look at their team. They did it with us. There's no Premier League experience in that squad. Who's going to take them over the line? For some reason, none of that shit applied to Villa because it's a love story, and everyone would like to see Emery crash it on Arsenal. But when they lose at home to a 10-man Brentford, or they have these performances in them, and the PTSD that I have is only for City. If these 7 points was any other team, I would have been giddy. I would have been ahead of Dan in the line. It's only City that I think that can chase us down. I don't think any other team could do it. Liverpool, Chelsea, none of them, man.
You think City are better than Aston Villa in the league?
Huh?
You think City are better than Aston Villa in the league?
I don't think Aston Villa can chase us down on 7 points. No, I think City can because I've seen them do it. I don't know what experience are they drawing on in this Aston Villa team to say they have Premier League title winning experience, because that's what prevented us from winning.
Who said that? Who said that? I want to know.
That's the narrative whenever a team is freshly in a title race. They're like they have no winners in the squad. They don't have this, they don't have that. But none of that shit applied to Villa because it's just a love story. They were never serious. You know what I mean? So they won 11 on the bounce, and the best they could do with 11 on the bounce is 7 points behind us. They're not going to win another 11 games. So I'm sorry. I'm not sorry.
The only thing with Sunderland as well, I'd say, is that everyone keeps Xhaka's not there. That's massive for them. They are off the back of a 3-0 win I've just seen against Burnley
at home.
But yeah, we got to just be smashing them, man. And it can't be. It just needs to be like what you were saying, Views. It needs to be expansive. That's what it needs to be. It can't be this slow sideways stuff again. We just need to go at their necks. Yeah, and say, you know what, we're gonna win the title this season. That's what I want to see on Saturday. Yeah, spending my hard-earned money. I'm gonna be down there again, man. Seriously, put on a good performance.
Yeah,
put on a good performance, man.
Hey, listen. This is the question for the panel, and we'll wrap this up. So 5 Premier League games that are upcoming. We've got Sunderland. So you guys said a win. Brentford. Views. Brentford.
Yeah, I'm expecting us to beat them as well.
Win, yeah. UK, agree. Dan, agree.
I don't know about Brentford.
I think it's Brentford away. Is it Brentford away? It's
Brentford away. I'm not taking that one easy because remember when we played them at the Emirates, they rested most of their team. Do you remember that?
Yeah, of course. They're
not going to be doing that now. Huh?
Yeah.
They're right in amongst that game, now. Thiago and that was on the bench. They're in and amongst it, looking at European football right now. So it's not going to be easy, but I think we should get the win. To be fair, but I'm not saying 100% in it, but we should get the win against Brentford.
Fair. Wolves, win. I guess everybody say win.
What away from home?
We're away though. We're away. We just about beat them at home. I've got a worse feeling for Wolves than I have for Brentford. I swear to God. I told you it's the small teams. Am I lying? It's the small teams.
That's why I said 1-0. I said win, but 1-0. Right. Wolves.
No, we're going to smash Wolves about 4-0. That's what we're going to
do. That's what we should do. You know what I'm saying? That's what we should do.
100%. Spurs.
3 points. That's the easiest.
3 points.
3-point collecting over there. Hey, listen, the way we're talking right now and the way I'm feeling, it's looking like the title's coming in, Rash, man. Just say it.
I will. Give us 3 points on Saturday.
Say it, bro.
No.
Hey,
we don't
Positive Dan's going to have his foot on your neck, Rash. I'm telling you.
He will. Hey, listen, until that day, we're just gonna have to wait and see, innit? We're just gonna have to wait and see.
Remember that's predicting, but
I'm still cautious.
I'm not saying 100%, innit? Anything can happen in this crazy league that we play in, man. And
facts.
That's what I'm hoping for. That's what should happen. And let's just hope that is what happens, innit? We'll see, man.
100%. Chelsea. Think we're going to draw that game, maybe? Draw that game?
It's at the Emirates, innit?
Not the Emirates. I reckon we beat them, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, the big teams, I don't even worry about as much. I know it sounds crazy.
So 5 wins, basically.
Bro, I'm not saying 5. I'm just saying, like, I've got a bad feeling.
You are
about
saying
Wolves.
5 views.
I'm not. Listen. Usually, I had a bad feeling about Wolves. I had a bad feeling about Wolves, bro. Not Brentford, but Wolves. I did.
Fair.
The easy games, bro. That's the one I'm scared about. You know what I mean?
Fair, man. Fair. I'm loving it. I can't lie, and I know that you guys are loving it. To big up the panel, of course, views.
And can I just sorry, can I just say this one thing as well? That honestly, even with Spurs and Chelsea in that, if we're gonna win this league, then we should be winning all of these games. Show me that you want to fucking lift this title, guys. Them 5 games, that's not impossible. We should be.
No, it's not.
We're going for the league. We should be winning all of those games. I'm just a bit PTSD because we keep giving up our chance. You know what I mean? But if we're trying to win the league, and I'll shut up, Arsenal, show me that you won it, man. Show me. Win these 5 games. It's done. It's wrapped. How about that?
T dot is saying we aren't winning 5 games. The small teams can beat us. To be honest, that's what they were saying about the Wolves game. They were saying about the Wolves game. Dan was a bit skeptical when it came to the Brentford game.
Yeah.
Understandable. But the big games, we're not afraid, yeah? Big games, bring it on. Don't matter who. Listen, we're loving it, bro. We're loving life in at Arsenal right now. You know what I'm saying? I know you guys don't hear me say this a lot, and you don't hear the team say it a lot. And bro, we're loving it, man. We're loving it. Long may it continue. You know what I'm saying? Long may it continue. Big up views. Thank you for being here. BBK, legend. Dan, thank you for being here. Oh, Shane is live. Yeah. Shane is live. We're gonna redirect to Shane. Oh, big up Manny as well, man. Big up Manny, bro.
I'm late for the beat, man.
Big up the chat as well. Big up the chat.
First time I'm being on with BBK Sports Views.
Love, bro.
You, man.
Oh yeah, man.
Well, I think we did the domestics together. We may or may not have been in the domestics together over there at catch up.
Actually, we might have actually. You know, I think you're right.
In the domestics, we can't be. You know what I'm saying? We're angry. We're angry in the
we
domestics.
get drowned out.
That's how. By the way, that's how I need that.
We're positive, actually. I don't know.
Yeah, we get rushed over there, bro. We get rushed by the comments and the
pressure.
Man, pick them up.
But I can't lie. Dan's press resistant, bro. Yeah, BBK to views with press resistant there, but bro, pressure.
It's a privilege. You know what I mean?
It's crazy, bro.
You know what I'm saying? It really is.
Yeah, 100%, man. It's pressure all around. Can't you see Johnny in the chat trying to pressure us? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Johnny, I did in my chat the other day, Rash, and I said, you know what? I can't keep calling you Johnny D, bro. It just don't sound right.
That's what I thought as well. I call him
Johnny, bro.
Yeah, just Johnny.
I'm not calling you Johnny DG. Oh my days. These are the guys that love Arteta, bro. You want me to trust the process? Listen.
I don't love the football. I don't love it, but if you're gonna win me it, then win it. Like, I shut my mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like, do your job, bro. That's it. I don't need to. We've all worked somewhere where we don't like the manager or don't like your colleague. I'm still gonna mash work and make my money. You see what I'm saying? I don't need to like him. I just need Arsenal to win, and that's it. Bless.
I mean, we always got a dickhead colleague, innit? Like, there's always some guy, innit?
I've never liked the manager I've worked under, bro. I still mash the work, innit? Come on, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
100%. Hey, people, we're gonna go show Shane some love, yeah? So Rashid raid on the way, and we're out, people.